Little shiny button. Yay, does it work? It does. Alright. Let me fix the microphone here real quick. Alright, chat. Tonight, we are going to go on to Lamania. Gonna go check out the new Dhampir race. I was gonna pet the cat, but she decided to run away. We're gonna take a look at a couple of different sources about, well, first of all, one source. We'll talk about what Dhampir are. We've got the Forgotten Realms wiki up here on fandom. I'm not a big fan of fandom, but it is what it is. Alright. And then at the top of the hour, we'll hop on Lamania when it opens up and lets us do the thing. I think I'll actually hop on Cormir just to have some background music here, because I didn't have any prepared. So give me just a moment to log on to Cormir. And I'll bring this over here so I can see when that updates. Come on, Cormir. Give me some background music. Anyway, what's a Dhampir? Basically, Dhampirs are half vampires, also known as daywalkers, and sometimes spelled with a Y instead of the I. On the Forgotten Realms wiki, they have it spelled with the Y, P-Y-R-S, P-Y-R. So yeah, you can't really see it up there. There we go. You're in the bank? Why are you in the bank? Is somebody in the tavern somewhere? Who was an Evening Star? Somebody was an Evening Star. The Evening Star music is kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Retribution the Paladin was an Evening Star, so hey, we'll have Evening Star music in our background. There we go. I don't know why my character is stuck in place, but that's it. Alright, there we go. Alright. We're just listening to that in the background. In the meantime, we're going to read this lovely webpage. You and I are going to read this webpage. You get to see the ads. I do not. What I don't understand is why the webpage is letting me scroll. That's very inappropriate of it. Very impolite of it. There. Give me some scroll bars. It's being a butthead. Alright, let me get you that link in chat. You can just follow along on this page right now. Boop. So we're reading that to get a basic idea. And also you can look up Dhampir with this correct spelling on Wikipedia. And basically a Dhampir in Balkan folklore is a mythical creature that is the result of a union between a vampire and a human. Generally dude vampires, lady humans. Occasionally there might be lady vampires and dude humans, but that's apparently very rare. Alright. The word Dhampir is an Albanian word which is in turn borrowed from Serbo-Croat vampir, or its a Bulgarian equivalent. The shift of V to DH is a feature of Geg Albanian, but can also be encouraged by a folk etymology connecting with the Albanian words for dampf, for tooth, and peer, to drink. So basically they're half vampires, right? So it taps into the whole vampire mythology, and of course Dungeons and Dragons liberally ganks stuff from all kinds of fantasy, like, it's not just based on Tolkien. It is, but it's also based on other things as well. So vampires in Dungeons and Dragons, and there are some vampires or Dhampirs in popular culture and other things. The Marvel Comics character Blade is a half vampire. He's a daywalker as well. There's also the Vampire Hunter D novels. There's Alucard, of course, from the Castlevania video game series, which is one of the best. And actually one of the reasons why I love video game music at all is Castlevania 2. True story. So that's Dhampir, where D&D got it from, but how about what's Dhampir in D&D? Now, bearing in mind that we're getting this information off the off the wiki for the Forgotten Realms. I don't know how official this necessarily is, but it is what it is. And it basically goes into how generally your Dhampir are the children of male vampires and mortal women. And I don't want that one. I want this one. So I can keep an eye and see when Lamani is ready to go. And so basically they're kind of like half-elves or a mix of elves and a mix of humans. Same basic concept here. Dhampir are thin and willowy with pale skin and slightly pointed ears. They had slightly pronounced canines and blood red eyes. Dhampir are unharmed by sunlight and positive energy the way true vampires are. Many felt the characteristic bloodlust of a vampire, as well as the ability to feed off of blood for sustenance or healing, though their thirst was much milder than that of true vampires, and not all or even most Dhampirs carried out the practice. So basically, you don't have the full power of the vampire. You don't have the full purity. Well, purity, I don't know. It's not even a curse, right? You basically, you're kind of halfway between the two. So you're not as powerful as one. You're not as weak as the other. Weak, humans being weak as a thing. They have a couple of extra abilities, such as moving much more quickly, enhanced night vision, the ability to transform into a mist or into a cloud of bats. And so, yeah, there's not like one cookie cutter Dhampir out there for you to have to mess with. But we have to also take a look at how DDO is going to play Dhampir. Because, there's this whole notion of being an outcast in a Dhampir. So you can basically be around and do whatever you want to do. But nobody really loves you. Nobody really hates you. Who is DMing me? Oh my god! Oh my god. I'm just gonna say this with deep amusement. Our community manager is a nerd. Oh my god. I kind of want to see if this name is available on Cormir. Ooh. I want to see. Anyway, hi Nacho! I'm excited. So the page doesn't scroll down. It's very annoying because it also has ads on it. So we're going to look at a much better page. We're going to get rid of this page. Come here, XSplit. Go bye-bye. Remove that page. Boop! We have the page from the forums, which better scroll up for me. Yes! This one's a good page. I'm going to give you the link to this page as well. And this is based on the very first post. We're going to go take a look at Dhampir as DDO perceives it to be. Boop. There's the thread. Let's follow along. We're going to play the home game. So, one thing I like about this post is not only does it tell us what the racial trait tree is going to be, it tells us the explanation as to why certain choices were made. And I really love that from Steel Star. I'm not going to say what's going on because it involves a name claim, and I'm not going to jinx him. Because if he gets it, it's going to be hilarious as hell. Anyhow, so according to Steel Star, the game considers the Dhampir are characters with innate connections to death and undeath. Many are half vampires one way or another and have a life-draining bite. So without further ado, let's take a look. So one thing, this the base race is a strength class. Now, unnatural strength is part of the legends about Dhampir in popular media and in D&D. I think in basically they were kind of a well-rounded sort of thing. You could do strength, you could do intelligence, you could do charisma. They were supposed to be like, you know, men trying to seduce the ladies. Ooh, you know, there's this whole gotta get your sex on. And of course, there's other famous Dhampir. There was the one who was the daughter of Edward and Bella from Twilight. I haven't read those books, and I don't really care to. I'm scared. Though to be fair, I have a friend that actually worked on those movies. So, anyhow, starting features for all Dhampir: +2 to strength for the base race. They do not need to breathe while underwater, so you don't need to go farm up an underwater action item. I swear my level 21, my level 21 Dark Hunter on Cormyr is still wearing the level 7 Fire Diver's helmet. Yeah, from Isle of Dread, because it still works. Okay. But one of the other main feats of the class is you're going to get a feat of Vampiric Bite. This is a single target action. You bite a target creature at touch range, dealing 1d4 piercing damage per character level. This scales with 200% melee or ranged power, though it is not a weapon attack and cannot crit. People already complain about that. It's like, but it should be an attack. No. I like it the way it is. This way, both ranged and melee can take advantage of it. It says, if that creature is a living incorporeal creature, you'll heal for 10 plus your heroic character level times your constitution modifier. So putting points in a con might be a good idea for hit points of positive energy. And starting out, you can use this twice per rest, though it is noted in the bottom of the file, that Vampiric Bite is only granting 1 in this particular build, so just keep that in mind when we take a look at it. So the racial enhancement tree cores, 3 of them are adding 1 extra use of Vampiric Bite per rest. The other 2 are a selector between strength, con, and charisma. So if you're going to do, we don't know what the iconic's going to be, because one thing to bear in mind is the iconic's not in this particular preview build, so we're only going to get to take a look at the base race and take a look at its trees. Tier 1, you're going to have a Draining Bite, which now applies 1 neg level, and this increases by 1 for every 5 character levels you have. So if you're at, say, level 20, 1 neg level at level 1, 1 neg level at level 2. So you're going to be hitting things at level 20 like 5 neg levels. Am I counting that right? You can also get a selector skills. So tier 1, Draining Bite, skills, which is a +1, 2, or 3 to hide, move silently, and jump. And then there's an energy multi-selector, depending on how you want to go, whether you want to be living and be healed by positive energy, or you want to be undead and get the negative amps. So you can either drink in life or drink in death and get +20 positive, +20 negative. Pick one. Then you have, this is one I really like, the tenuous relationship with death is your range of unconsciousness extends by 10, 20, or 5, 10, 20 hit points. Rank 3, you automatically stabilize when unconscious like Warforged do, so that's kind of cool. And the other one on tier 1 is innate protection, +1, 2, or 3 to saves versus spells. Pretty cool. Tier 2, Lifeblood. When you successfully use your Vampiric Bite on a living target in corporeal form, you gain +1, +2, or +3 to all ability scores for 60 seconds. That's kind of cool, especially if you got like a +8 tome on there. Get yourself an extra +3. That's pretty cool. Dominate Animal SLA as per the spell. No cost on spell points. 30-second cooldown. DC is 15 plus the highest of Intelligence, Wisdom, Charisma modifier plus enchantment bonuses. Now here's the other big one. Embrace Death. Give it a big old hug. And this is a toggle While this is enabled, toggled on, you gain 100% crit hit resistance and are able to be healed by negative energy. You take 50% healing from positive and double damage from light. This replaces your natural vulnerability to light. You're considered undead rather than your original type for the purposes of most effects. You gain +2 to intelligence, +2 charisma, +2 wisdom, and +3 perform. That's kind of cool if you're taking bard levels. Your melee attacks have a 10% chance to heal you for 1d3 neg energy level per character level, max of 20. And this is a major form in capital letters and counts as vampire form for the purpose of Pale Master. That's pretty neat. So basically, you're actually you don't start out as undead, you choose to become undead. I think the tier 2 one that I really like here is Rush of Bats. Turn into a swarm of bats and rush to target's foe position. And it's got either a 36, 24, or 12 second cooldown. It shares a cooldown with similar rushes such as the Vanguard Shield Rush. I like rushing to characters and just hit them with something. I love it. And there's also a Cloak of Undeath, which is a +2, +4, or +6 MRR. And a rank 3, you get a +6 of MRR cap. So that's kind of neat. Tier 3, you have Fearsome Countenance, which is target enemy and melee range must save. Let me scroll up here so you can read along. There we go. Target enemy in melee range must save or be coward, which is a will save versus DC 10 plus the highest of strength, con, charisma mod, plus stunning bonuses, plus enchantment DC bonuses for 6 seconds. This is considered a fear effect. On a save, they get negative 10% movement and attack speed for 6 seconds, 12-second cooldown. There's also Stunning Visage. That's a +2, +3, +4 to stun DCs. And there's also Deathly Bite. And it says, Deathly Bite is when you're considered undead by embrace death or any other means, your vampiric bite heals you for negative energy instead of positive. So that's kind of neat. Harrying Swarm is enemies in a small area around you where you finish your rush of bats, take -5% dodge and -5 attack damage for 12 seconds. Or attack for 12 seconds, not damage. But -5% dodge and -5 attack, -5 attack for 12 seconds. You also have the option of improved dodge for yourself on tier 3 with +1, 2, or 3% dodge when wearing a light or no armor. The tier 4 options for Dhampir this is really cool. The Ascendant Bite is your vampiric bite now deals 5 stacks of vulnerability and deals double the piercing damage. If the target of your vampiric bite is coward, living, and corporeal, so if they're coward and they're alive and they're corporeal, they must make a Fortitude saving throw, which is DC 16 plus the highest of strength, con, charisma mod, plus stunning bonuses, plus enchantment bonuses, or die. So that's kind of cool, is your Ascendant Bite could act kind of like a kill. It's really nice. Instant death. Also in tier 4 you have Vampiric Persuasion, which is a +1, +2, +3 enchantment DCs. There's also a Dominate Person SLA, which is as per the spell, 0 cost and spell points, 30-second cooldown. The DC is 15 plus the highest of intelligence, wisdom, charisma mod, plus enchantment bonuses. And then there's also Biting Swarm. Living corporeal enemies in a small area around where you finish your rush of bats are bitten by the bats, causing the bleed, taking 1d6 damage per character level every 2 seconds for 12 seconds. This damage scales with 200% melee power. And the last spot in tier 4 is intentionally left blank. For past lives, Dhampir, the first past life for Dhampir is a +1 to hide. Second past life will give you +1 to strength. Third past life will give you +1 racial action point. And there are some frequently asked questions down here we can go over as well. I guess I'm just reading it here. Why are Dhampir strength race instead of Dex, Con, Int, or Cha? And Steelstar basically says, well, relative to human, they're stronger and faster. but possibly smarter or more charismatic or better with magic. They decided to keep the magical leanings for the iconic, which we don't have access to tonight. And he says more on that later. Ooh, tell us more, Steel Star. And they wanted to make the base race a little more well-rounded. Instead, dexterity was a consideration, he says. But they decided to go that route because they've had 3 recent races added that were all dex. That was Shifter, Tabaxi, and Eladrin. All were +2 dex classes, or races, I should say. Not classes. Duh. So they decided to go with a strength one. So a lot of people wanted a strength class, and D&D has so few of them in general, so here are what they wanted to do. So I'm already kind of thinking what kind of builds I might do with this, based on the fact that the basic one is a strength class. I'm already thinking Dragon Lord. I'm just thinking Dragon Lord. Dragon Lord fighter. Actually, it might be interesting to do like a whole paladin thing. I don't know how that would work. I don't know if that would work. Sadly, my favorite creator of First Life and wacky builds, Mr. Strimtom, I do believe he's going to be making a video once he's had an opportunity to take a look at this, because unfortunately his internet doesn't let him stream anymore. But I think he can still do a video or two, with maybe a couple builds. Hopefully, thangies crossed. He still hasn't done one for the Eladrin Chaos Man, so we're still waiting on that. And the Wild Mage. Okay, so do DDO's Dhampir experience. I want to say Dhampir, like the H is after the P and not after the D. It's Dhampir. Reminds me of that Crypt Keeper, Dhampir, in Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Anyway, does Dhampir experience recurrent hunger like in pen and paper? And they say yes. They were looking at a way to make that happen in the game. But I love this quote from Steel Star, but he says, but in the end, it just felt like homework. I love that quote. That's so good. So they didn't want to, mess with us players and make it a slog. Especially if you get into one of those quests where it's all constructs and earth elementals, what you're going to feed on. Yeah, and not going to help. So they kept it to the bite doesn't heal you on those creature types, as they felt it led to less punishing and more fun game experience. And it says, do I have to be undead? No, you don't. Actually, in fact, by default, you're not undead as Dhampir. You can skip Embrace Death entirely and still get most everything that Dhampir have on tap. And this is the thing that people are out. They'd already prepped for people asking, well, why aren't the Bite and Rush of Bats melee attack? And it's basically they wanted people who are ranged weapon users could still use those 2 abilities. And casters didn't need to worry about melee stats, and that casters didn't have to put points in melee stats in order to land those attacks. So that's kind of nice that they're trying to think of, the 3 main kinds of play styles: melee, ranged, and casters. So everybody should be able to take advantage of those. And what about the iconic, which again is not available for us to play with tonight? It's going to be called Dark Bargainer. And I want to give a shout out to Chris the Miss in Strimtom's Discord, who when they first went up, they're going to be doing the Dhampir thing today. He predicted quite accurately and had a really cogent argument for why this would be. As he called the iconic, it was going to be starting off first level of Warlock, because it's currently the only free-to-play class that doesn't have an iconic, the other being Druid. And Druid doesn't really synergize with this very much. I mean, I'm sure some wacky builder could make it work, but you're probably not going to be soloing R10s with it. So the iconic is going to be starting off 1 level of Warlock. Instead of the +2 to Strength, it's going to get +1 to Intelligence and +1 to Charisma. It's currently targeted for the next preview, and more info will be coming at that time. So, there apparently are paths for this new race, but they aren't consistently working yet, and it may throw errors if you attempt to use them. Choosing custom should work fine, so we're going to play with that. The Fearsome Countenance isn't forcing its range properly in this build, and as he said, Vampiric Bite is meant to start with 2 charges, but is only granting 1 in this build. So at this point, we just got a couple minutes to wait until they press the button, Frank, as it were, and Make the red go green on Cormier. Not Cormier, Lamania. So that's what we have for Dhampir for the first look. And I'm just going to keep this page up until I get the light to go ahead. Let's go take a look at chat. It's time to build Morbius and DDO. Just don't make it as dumb as the movie was. How about they remove the homework from the visual Vistani Fortune Core? Yeah. Now, one thing I will point out is this will not be a very long stream for a couple of reasons. I have class in an hour, and by an hour I mean closer to an hour and a half, but there's some setup time. So I can't, you know, do a super deep dive into this like other people may be able to. I'm going to restart my Lamania client and see if the light is green and the trap is clean. I'm currently just hanging out on Cormier, which is where we're getting... Oh, Lamania is open. Let's go! Bye-bye. Let's play. Let's fill out the EULA. So, let us go. Let me get this page out of the way as well. Remove. Look at my... See, that looks so cool up there. I love that. I'm probably not going to get any audio when I do this because I tabbed out while it was launching the game. And I keep wanting to make a Dragonborn with a great axe just like that image there. I really want to. I'm thinking about it. Give me audio. Give me audio. Hey, we did it. Okay, I believe the note we got from Cordo said that we're just gonna go with a box standard fighter because I'm not really fussed about it. Here we are. Alright, let's take a quick look. They didn't get the pointed ears going on here. So we got TBD for here. They copied the stuff from Eladrin. This is Eladrin image. All TBD. So, Dhampir traits, Vampiric Bite, and Dismiss Charm. We're going to take a look at what the ladies look like first. String table error. We're just going to pour all of our points into Strength, max it out, and everything else into Con. And, because I'm not worried about a proper build, I'm just looking at things here. We're just going to put all our points into Intimidate because we're jerks like that. Okay. We're going to go two-handed fighting and power attack. Again, this is the fighter build, we don't care. So, look at our ability mods. So we do want to keep an eye on the con mod because that does factor into some of the class things. So, let's go see what oh, glow shape. Hello. Alright, let's go see what options we have. Glow color, lip color, jewelry color. Wow, jewelry color, that's new. Okay. Let's start at the beginning. Hairstyles start at the beginning. I didn't even look at the... Oh, hi. Hello. Okay. Looks like we have all kinds of skin tones. She kind of does look... I don't know what's up with those eyes, though. Oh. You're still gonna have that purple layer in the middle no matter what you do with the eyes. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the hairstyles. Notice the hair colors. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this. I'm gonna have fun with this. I want this kind of blue color on Eladrin. Eladrin. Let's actually... Because I noticed the Umbra has a lot more variety than the actual hair color. We got some proper blacks going on here. We got proper whites and silver. We got some nice reds. We got some blonde. We got some platinum blonde. We got some light auburn and light brown. Dirty dishwater brown. So we got a lot of choices here for color. It looks like a Halloween. I do love that white there. It's a lot. Okay, that's some. It's like some of these colors, but squished. It's like they took this entire thing and squished it down to here, and then just added additional colors. Like you got your greens, you got your blues, you got your pinks, magentas, and your reds. I like it. Okay, we're gonna make her a redhead. We're gonna also make her hair look vaguely. We'll go with that. Okay, let's go check out hairstyles. Ooh, I like it. Okay. Oh, look at that one! Holy Christmas! Let's zoom out a little bit. Look at that one. Okay, I do dig some long hairstyles. We also got some short hairstyles as well. That one's pretty cool. Alright, there's that one. That one reminds me of one from the other game. I'm not gonna lie. I'm wanting to see if the ears we get. Oh, we do get pointed ears! Hell yeah! I'm here. I'm here for it. Look at those pointed ears. Those look amazing. And if you really want to go all Silver Moon Elf from World of Warcraft, I think we're gonna go. I don't like how they dip down a little bit. I'm not a big fan of that. So I think probably the ones that I will play will look like this. A little bit of a windswept ears. Cordovan! Hi, Cordo. How you doing? How's your floof? I'm looking at things. I'm playing with things. Okay, I have seen this hairstyle before. Somewhere. Ooh, I kind of like that one. There's a little curl in it. I like that. Okay. I'm down. Seen that one before. Dude, this one you totally lifted that one from High Elves from Lotro. I'm just saying. I like this one. I like that one. Also, I do like me a good side cut. As long as it's done right. You gotta do it right. I kind of like that one even better. Okay, that one's an old hairstyle. You can tell because it's much lower resolution on it. Yeah, same as that one. Oh, that's a new version of it. This is from like the Wood Elves. Only it's got a different fade on it. Oh. Hey, can we have that on Wood Elves as well? There's the other going on the other side. That's a Hobbit hairstyle. That's from Humans. I do wish some of these older ones could get updated, but I understand the art team is super busy. Appreciate you being here for a few minutes at least, because I know you got a lot of people to take a look at tonight. Cordo, thank you for the invitation. And I definitely appreciate Standing Stone basically casting the invitations out like seeds and letting a whole bunch of people preview things versus like one or two chosen special ones like other companies do. And that's a little bit of a slight against those other. It's a backhanded compliment of a sort, but it's actually the truth. I do appreciate where everybody gets a chance to show the good stuff off. So most of these hairstyles are ones that we've seen before in the game, but I do appreciate that there's like a ton of options here. Yeah, these are all of the older elf hairstyles. How many freaking hairstyles are there? It's like all of the elf hairstyles. Okay, this is back to the original. Alright, I actually want to use one of the shorter ones to get a better idea of how the face looks. So let's play with the face some more. So we have eyebrows. Ooh, those are some attack eyebrows. Ooh, she's cranky. I like some of these hairstyles a lot. Ooh, she's gonna mess up your world with those. Okay. I'm not even sure what those are. And no eyebrows at all? That's new. Okay. Alright, we have 24 heads to go with. Did I see fangs? Look at that! There's fangs! Those are so cute! I'm totally gonna use that head. Combat eyebrows. Attack eyebrows were what, in context, when Peter Capaldi made his first appearance as Doctor Who, it was for like 2 seconds in The Day of the Doctor with, you know, Matt Smith, David Tennant, John Hurt, where Gallifrey's being attacked, and, you know, the captain of the guard is like, oh, my worst nightmares, and it's all 12. It's like, oh Lord, it's all 12 of them, and his assistant goes, no, it's all 13, and now all you see is Peter Capaldi flipping a switch on the console, and it's just his face like up close and his eyebrows, and they became known as attack eyebrows. I'm in love with the fangs. I love them. I love them so much. Cranky with fangs. Oh! Oh! I see what you did, Standing Stone. Each head has fangs or no fangs. I'm down with that. Ooh! Hold up! Is that a sneer? Is that a sneer? Or a smirk? That's a freaking smirk. Look at that. Look at that. Total smirk. With fangs. Ooh, I might have to go with that one. I do appreciate that. Every single one. Oh. Oh. With a little bit of a smirk and a raised eyebrow. Ooh. 21 might be it. I mean, look at this. Look at the eyebrow. Look at the right eyebrow. And that, oh, everyone is getting even better. I'm freaking out here. Okay, we're back to number 1. So that was like the nice one. 22 is it. 22 is it. The raised eyebrow and a little bit of a smirk going on. And the other one that I really liked was, where was it? That one, number 8, with a little smirk. I like it. All right, we already went through the ears. And facial detail. What's this? Oh. Bloody fangs. Oh, that was ears. Hold on. Let's start at number 1. Okay. 1. Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. Oh, wait. There's 2 of them. Oh, so you can mix and match. All right. So I think they're all the same, aren't they? Yeah, it just makes it stronger. Okay. So 3, you'd be old. Interesting. Ooh. Let's get back to number 22. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's just the beauty mark. Stop playing with the ears. So yeah, facial detail 4 was a beauty mark. Now we got some wrinkles. No, number 5 was a beauty mark. Got a little bit of a scar. Hold on, if you get 2 number 6s, then it's just a stronger one, isn't it? You do the beauty mark and the scar. Oh, it's number 6. Number 7? Number 7? Oh, is that the one under the chin? Yeah, it is. It's the scar under the chin right there. Number 8 is the scar on this cheek. Number 9. Number 9. Mmm, tasty. And even more blood. Oh! That was startling. Okay. There's some choices here that I really like. There's some really good choices here. What's going on here? Okay. So what was number 13? Number 12. I guess it's the shading on the cheeks. Yeah, must be. 14. I guess it's like makeup effects. Hello? Wow. You get some red eyes. Oh my god, look at that! Saucy. Our lady is very saucy. Our lady loves her mascara and her kohl. I like that one actually. Oh, that's number 1. So this is no details at all. Let's put both details to nothing. So this is default without any extra details. And there's some really good choices here. Let's go through them again real quick. I like the blood ones, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like the blood ones. And then you can mix and match them. I like this blood one better than the other one. The other one is like too much blood, right? See, that's a little bit too much. But look at that. I like that one a lot. That screams Sith Lord to me. And that's not a bad thing. Do you like that one too? So, a lot of really good choices in the facial details. And you have 2 separate options so you can mix and match them. We do have eye options. Let's take a look at all of those. I like that one. That one's kind of cool as well. Ooh, that one is like yeah, I like that one. That one's pretty. Okay, so there's how many eye options? 10 different eye options. Eye color ranges from red, you can go very pale. It looks like the pupil is like that purpley color. You cannot change that, but you can definitely get the iris to go a lot of different ways. You can go like black, you can go to this bright red, yeah, blue, greens, hazels. Now it says glow shape. Now I'm wondering about glow shape. What are we talking about in glow shape? Oh, that's the color in the eye. Oh, that's the thing in the eyes. Hello? Okay, so the glow shape. Oh, hold on. How many of those are there? We'll start at number 1. Number 1, standard pupils, like humans. Awesome. Number 2, kind of like, I don't know, almost like a little heart. Almost. Number 3 is just round. Number 4 is like it's like cat eyes. Speaking, I'm not certain about the underside of the eye. It looks like it's protruding over the bottom of the eyelid. This is like a crescent moon shape, but on the bottom of the eyelid. I kind of the iris. And that's a small pupil. I'm not sure what to make of that. Is that like a... It's like headlamps. There we go. We're gonna be glowing like crazy. Doesn't matter what color your eye is. If your glow shape is that, this is what you're... What? We're gonna mess with this. We're gonna mess with this. Hello? Hello? Oh my god. I'm gonna have everybody look like this. We're going with the creepy ass eyes. Look at that. And you can make them like bright, fiery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. I'm so sad that she can only have 2 names because this is so Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven, Way-coded. Monothlayer. Oh, my dear Monothlayer, you're about to learn. I'm going to show you something cool here in a minute. And then we have lips. Alright, we have 8 lips options. What was the last glow shape? Oh, that was the last glow shape. So you can have pretty much no glow. There's no fun in that. Everybody else has no glow. We're gonna go with the glow. Let's call it that. We're gonna go with the glow. We have lips. It does mess with the smirk a little bit. Oh, that's like a pale version. A wrinkly version. I kind of like the default number 1. Oh, no, that wasn't the default. Number 2. Definitely number 2. Okay, in your lip color options, you have a lot of the normal human colors. You have some very pale ones. You got this really nice reddish color going on here. But then actual, like, proper red. And then, deep into burgundy. And going almost black. And then you can do some purples. Yeah, you can have a little bit of fun here. Let's get her a nice rich red color. Yeah, that'll do. But let's get her some glow going on because we need to have her glowing like the sun. There we go. In jewelry, we have, this is new actually, jewelry color. We've never had a jewelry color option here. So we start with no jewel. Well, no, we start with a nose or a septum piercing. That's new. I think the Shadar-kai had something like that. That's new. I think that's new. Those are new. Little diamonds. Where is it? Oh! That's definitely new. Okay, that's interesting. Never seen one of those before. Little ring up here. There's that. I think Shadar-kai had those. 10 was the eyebrow piercing. And then just one? Okay. 12. 2 over here. And these are definitely upgraded, because there are similar jewelry options somewhat in older races, but they're not as, oh, you can get all 3 of those. So trying to give like different kinds of options here. They weren't as well defined, let's put it that way. That one's I kind of like that one. 19, 20. Trying to do like mix and matching as you would do in real life as well. Oh, there's the hurry back to number 1. But this is also new. I mean, not only do we have like separate options for jewelry that we haven't had before, we also have the option to change the color of the jewelry, which we've never had before. And you can't really see it very well, except on like these bigger items. But this is still pretty new. And if like Shadar-kai got this would be pretty amazing. You can make it silver, you can go with like a steely blue, you can even go like a greenish color. So that's all pretty cool. And that's just the women. What? Let's go take a look at the dudes. We're gonna exit character generation. We're gonna make a dude and see if the dude looks much different or has different options. Come on. Let's try dudes. Again, I don't care. I'm just throwing things where I need to throw them just to get to the character generation. Two-handed fighting and power attack. Because I don't care. Alright. Oh, what do we got? Hairstyles. Let's start at the beginning. Let's start at number 1. Hold up. Hi, boys. Hello. We'll start with the last one because this is an older hairstyle. Let's get everything down to number 1. Start everything at number 1. I wish the game automatically did that, but it's kind of cool that it doesn't. That you can kind of take a look at it. You know, you can see some options before you start surfing through them. Okay. Alright, this is the base face. And we all have all the same options except we have facial hair. Alright, let's start with hairstyles. We have the same options for hair colors. So it's cool. So this is new hairstyle number 1. This also gives you a good idea where the ombre picks up. I like that one. That one's pretty neat. Though this is lifted a little bit high on top. A little bit poofy. The same hairstyle as for the ladies. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I love those hairstyles. Let's zoom out a little bit so we get a better eye on the hair. So we gotta look at the hair. The her. So some of the hairstyles are definitely the same between the two. And that's kind of cool. That there isn't like anything that's like, oh my god, that's only for guys or only for women. And this is where it starts getting into the older hairstyles as well. Alright, we're gonna leave this as the hairstyle so we can take a look at all the ears. How many misspelled Astarians will be running around in each of the servers? Yeah, not taking that particular bet. Okay, so attack eyebrows. Let's see what we got. Kind of like those little arches. Those are attack eyebrows. We definitely have to go with the attack eyebrows because that's just too good. Alright, what choices do we have for head? We got, basically it's the same idea. You start off with base option. I'm going to change his lipstick because this lipstick is kind of driving me bananas. There we go. I feel bad for the poor guy. He's not a lipstick kind of guy. Alright. So, 1 plus fang. Oh, he's got a smirk. He's definitely got a smirk. Ooh, he looks kind of snaky. He looks kind of grumpy. He looks tired. He looks so tired. He's done with this world. There's some really good options here. I honestly do think, though, the ladies got the better of the options. I'm just saying. The ladies got the better choices. Alright, let's check the ears out. Same options for ears. I think number 4 is going to be my favorite option for the ears. Okay, facial details. What choices do you have, sir? Looks like you have some of the same options here. Ooh, hold on. The little cleft in the chin right there. That's new. Oh, we did want to get the fangy version. I wanted the fangy version. I wonder what it would look like if we didn't have the fangy version. Oh, it would just drop from their lips without the teeth. Definitely need the fangy version. You just gotta have the fangs. You just got to. Yeah, this one that looks more like makeup or shadowing definitely comes out better on the dudes than the ladies. Pardon me. Sith Lord. Definitely Sith Lord. Okay. And you can mix and match the two facial details. Now, facial hair, this is new for the dudes. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder though, if you had your ombre, I don't know. I don't think the ombre actually plays. Hold on. Yeah, the ombre doesn't really play with the rest of this. That's okay. Got some proper stubble going on here. And a little bit of a, I don't know, a mutton choppy kind of thing? I don't know. Even more stubbly. I don't know, I think I kind of like the full beard look. The full, I have stubble. And I haven't shaved for a century and a half. Skin tone, I didn't really look at this on the ladies, but your skin tone can go very, very pale. Very pale. And you can go very, very doomy and gloomy. So if you want to do like a Drizzt look, there you go. But there's definitely some options here. I'm gonna go like pale. Super pale. And what choices do we have for eyes? Yeah, I think there's a little something with the lower thing of the eyes on both male and female that are overextending past the bottom of the eyelid. It's kind of weird. Old man. Definitely some old dudes here. Some skeevy old dudes. Okay. And your eye color is the same as the ladies. You can go wherever you like. You can red. You can go with some blues. Your glow shape, again, the same options for glow shape. And the same color options. And the lips. I don't know, the smirk is best. You have, how many options do we have here? 8 options. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. I think 7 has the best smirk option here. And then your lip color can be whatever. Maybe he is a makeup kind of dude. I don't know. Anywho, jewelry, same options. You can make your jewelry look like whatever you like, and it's the same jewelry. Not seeing anything different for the dudes. Am I seeing anything different? I'm not seeing anything different. Okay, so Montclair. Yeah, the attack eyebrows do vanish if he's, you know, it does work better when his skin is darker, to be sure. However, I want to show you something cool. You said choose the name Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way Coded. Well, I don't think the game will let you do that. Hold on. That's as far as it can go. So we'll go Ebony Darkness Dementia. I don't know if it's going to allow the apostrophe though. Well, it does. I didn't know that you could use apostrophes. Okay, so let's actually log in with our name and see why am I getting a DM for work. Oh. Apparently, I get to work with Tom Shippey at Mythmoot next month. Again. Okay. We're going to start at level 7 just so I can get out of here. And we're just going to pick stuff. So we don't care. Come on, game. We're just picking feats because we don't care. Because I want to... Actually, I don't even need to do that. I could just do this from here. Not that. Enhancement trees. So, class is class. The racial enhancements don't have most of the art in for the icons, but we're going to take a look at them. We had gone over them earlier on the thingamajigger, and now we're going to take a look at them in practice. So the cores for Dhampir, +1 use of your vampiric bite. Is there an icon for that? That's a good question. It's a feat. Oh, that's the vampiric bite. It looks like a hand. It looks like the lay on. So obviously this is not vampiric bite. Is not. That's not the. It can't be the final art for it. Let's move this up here. So the icon shows in a better. Oh, come on, you. All right, I'll bring it over here. Oh, I'll just do it over here. This will be fine. Over my head. There we go. Single target action. You bite target creature at touch range, dealing 1d6 piercing damage per character level. Scales with 200% melee or range power, though it is not a weapon attack and cannot crit. This is basically exactly the same as in the file, except it adds this damage does not have a saving throw, though upgrades to this ability may have one. You may use this twice per rest. Nosferatu. Ooh. Your Dhampir traits is you do not need to breathe underwater, so that makes all of the swimming portions of the game so trivial. Okay, so your cores are going to be either an addition of vampirism, a choice between strength, con, or charisma. More vampirism. So basically another use of vampiric bite per rest. And these are all the same. And notice there isn't something here. This page left intentionally blank. So draining bite, as we mentioned earlier, now applies 1 negative level to your target. Increases by 1 for every 5 character levels you have. So at level 5, it will be 2 neg levels. Level 10 will be 3. Etc. I suddenly couldn't math. Okay, skills +1 to high jump, silent or hide, move silently, jump. Then +2, +3. Drink in life is drink in death or drink in life. So you can either get +20 negative healing amps or +20 positive healing amps, depending on whether you're drinking in death or drinking in life. Pick one. All right. Tenuous relationship with death. And so your range of a consciousness extends by hit points until you automatically stabilize when unconscious, as my GTA 5 streamers would say, unconscious. Innate protection, +1 to saves versus spells, +2, +3. So tier 2 of the racial tree is, when you successfully use your vampiric bite on a living target in corporeal form, you gain +1 to all ability scores for 60 seconds. And when you successfully use your vampiric bite, +2 to all ability scores, and +3 for a whole last minute. Dominate animal. So as an SLA, you can probably use stuff on it, your metas on it. We read that out on the page. And this is the toggle that will let you either be living or undead. Have fun with that. Okay, that's the first time I've ever had... Oh. Cordovan, what are you doing, you dork? Are you wearing the outfit? Oh, we'll wave at Cordo. I didn't know you could actually teleport to the airship Heart of Wind when somebody's around. So, what outfit are you wearing? That sounded much better in my head. I want to know if this is like, is this the Iconics outfit? Hey! 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 I'm tiny. Don't Don't make me stick my doggo on you. Wow! What did you just... You missed! You missed, sir. I want to know, is that the Iconics outfit? I don't recognize that outfit. What are you doing? What are you doing? Or is that a new outfit? Is that a new outfit? Oh, it's a legendary from the last pack? I don't remember that. I don't know. There's suddenly a giant kobold ass on my stream. Do I need to see a giant kobold butt? I'm gonna hide. You run over here. Ah! I can't go up here? I guess I'm not allowed to go up and talk to the captain until I talk to everybody else. What is this, Paper Kobold? We're playing Paper Kobold! That was so cool. Cordo, are you having fun? I hope you're having fun. Ah! I'm back to myself. You were allowed to stream bomb, as always, Cordo. Your cat is even more welcome to stream bomb, but she can't exactly do that. It's not my streams. Alright. Where was I? I got completely discombobulated. Oh, racial stuff. Not that. Durr. Enhancement trees. Bring this down here. Where were we? Dominate animal. What are you doing? Are we fighting? Are we fighting? I'm tiny again! Okay, so you can be on the stream while I'm talking about this. Hey, stop that. Leave my doggo alone. Though I don't know why this is... Hey, don't you be attacking my doggo! Don't you dare, sir. Alright, embrace life, embrace death. And then we got the rush of bats. I really like the rush of bats. I really want to use the rush of bats. Am I back to normal? Okay, stop that. You're gonna drive me bananas. Wait, do you have the heart? You do have the heart eyeglasses from the current quest. I haven't actually run the new quests. I'm really bad about that. So I need to find more time to do that. Okay. So basically the rush of bats, the three things will give you a cooldown, 12-second cooldown, less cooldown on everyone. So basically you start at 24, then it's down to 12. Hey, is there... Oh, hold on. We're in a race. Hold on. We need to do the thing. Cordo, we gotta do the thing. Hold on. What do we got? Look at that dance. Look how amazing we are. Look at that dance. Now, is the dance the same for the dudes and the ladies? Now I need to know. What race are you, Cordo? Oh, man, I should challenge you. You're also... Oh, that is the ladies' dance. Oh, nice. So there we go. Now we can see what both of the... Oh, shush up, tutorials. Go away. Hold on. I can make tutorials go away. Layout, load, DDO, UI. There we go. Tutorials, go bye-bye. Okay, so now we know what the two main dances are, but hold on. What's the other dance? Do the other dance. Please. Show me the dance too for the ladies. For the ladies. Whoa! Swishing the tushy there a little bit, sir. Not Cordovan. The Dhampir that I'm playing. I don't know. He's got a limber there, isn't he? There's a dude, Dhampir. Because of course it's all about the dancing, right? It's all about the dancing. Cordo, can you show us the ladies' second dance, please? Since we're here. Though I imagine you're like working with like all the other streamers as well. I'm sure they have way more cogent streams than I'm here for the... Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's almost like the Thriller dance. It's almost there's a little bit like the Thriller dance. I like it. I like it a lot. Do we know when the Iconic is supposed to come out? It said the next in a future build, or is that gonna be like next week? Is that gonna be tomorrow? Got something on my glasses. Do we know? Unclear. Alright, we have Shaken, the 8-ball shaped community manager, and he has answered the question is unclear. So, maybe soon. Soon. Staying alive. Staying alive. Okay. We're having a little bit too much fun here. Alright. So, back to what I was doing. So, just looking at the enhancement tree. We got lost in tier 2 with the Rush of Bats. I really want to put points in that too. Cloak of Undeath, +2, +4, +6 MRR, and at the cap you get +6 MRR rating cap. Speaking of caps, not like caps. Are you going bye-bye? Or are you gonna spawn a giant ass dragon and just forget about it like that happened on Orion once? No! No gelatinous cube! You can keep that level 6 gelatinous cube to yourself. Okay. It didn't kill me. That's fine. Where was I? The Cloak of Undeath. Okay. Tier 3. Fearsome Countenance. This one was the one that it had the note that it wasn't working right in the thing. It is enforcing its range properly in this build is what it said. So next build it should probably work right. And it's basically target enemy in melee range must make a will saving throw or be cowered for 6 seconds. It's a fear effect and it has all that kind of fun stuff going on there. Then we've got Stunning Visage. It is pronounced Visage, not Visage. That gets you additional stun DCs. And Deathly Bite. When you're considered undead, your Vampiric Bite heals you for neg energy instead of positive. Harrying Swarm. Basically, enemies take -5% dodge and -5 attack for 12 seconds. Improved dodge is 1-2-3% when using light or no armor. And I really do like Ascendant Bite. 15 points in the tree. What? Hold, please. This is not the secret cow level! This apparently is the secret. What are those two cows doing? Jerry, what are they doing? No! No cows. I'm amused. There's cows on my airship. Mer. Okay, Ascended Bite right now applies 5 stacks of vulnerability. It deals double the piercing damage if the target of your vampiric bite is coward. I see what you did there, sir. Living and corporeal, it must make a fort saving throw, DC 16, plus highest of strength, con, charisma mod, plus stunning bonuses, plus enchantment bonuses, or die! The Minotaur crewman is very confused right now. Just saying. Don't kill the cows unless you're going to be making some steaks. Vampiric persuasion, plus 1, 2, 3 enchantment DCs. Dominate person. Oh god, now he's spawning squirrels. You better make that a giant squirrel and you better make it into a mount. Yeah, float on by. I did notice that. Dominate person is an SLA. Dominates one target humanoid, causing it to change sides. DC 15 plus highest intelligence, wisdom, charisma mod, plus enchantment bonuses. And then finally, biting swarm. Small area around where you finish your rush of bats are bitten by the bats, causing them to bleed, taking 1d6 damage per character level every 2 seconds for 12 seconds. This damage scales with 200% melee power. Interesting that it's not the ranged or caster power, since Rush of Bats is supposed to be agnostic in that regard. Dominate Person is probably one of the most useless spells in DDO and a surefire way to anger your party members. Probably. But that's pretty much all we have on Dhampir without being able to... Why am I looking like I'm fighting something? Oh, we have giant squirrels now. If that giant squirrel kills me, I'm going to be very mad at you. Because I can attack that giant squirrel if I really wanted to. No! Our community manager is being a silly boy tonight. I think he's allowed. He's had a time of it of late. So yeah, there's cows. There's cows. I don't know if I want to attack it or not. Can I bite it? Hold on. I want to test this out. Come here. Come here, you. I killed it. What the shit? Jerry, what are you doing? Does anybody taste like chicken? I don't know if it tastes like chicken. I have not... Oh, hey, I have eaten squirrel. I have not eaten chipmunk before, so... Squirrel does taste like chicken. So does frog legs. I've had that before. That's a lot of milk. Anywho, so that's a basic look on the class. We don't really have a lot to go on in terms of... I'm sure the theory crafters are already cooking up ideas in, you know, utter nonsense. Yep. I'm mostly here for what the dances look like. What does it look like I might be able to do with it once people start doing builds, and I want to see how I want to flavor it up. You even put cows back here. There's a cow. Well, I guess this would be the poop deck, right? This nice cow. Wait, I can talk to the cow? Oh, it just says moo. Anyhow. So, I'm not the one who's going to be going super in-depth on all of this because that's not how I roll. Just going to have a little bit of a dance party here. And so my look is generally superficial. What do they look like? What are the, you know, cosmetic options in character generation? What are some of the basic things that they could do? A couple things I'm a little bit excited about. it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out when they go live. Or I would definitely say if you're not Nibbles, no, poor Nibbles. I sacrificed Nibbles. I feel guilty about it. Though if you got Nibbles as a mount, especially with those sparkly things, that would be kind of cool. Is this the Nibbles that I could talk to? No? Oh, I didn't mean to punch the air. Giant vampiric Cordovan. Oops. Alright, Cordo has waved everybody. I waved to Cordo. Because unfortunately, I can't stay for a big, long, in-depth discussion. I've got class with Professor Corey Olson, the Tolkien professor. I also need to get this video up to YouTube so everybody can watch it. And yeah, we're going to have fun. So thank y'all for being here. I will be back on my Locher stream on Friday. Right after that silly fool who was just invading my stream. Because Corey is traveling to Denver for Mountain Moot. So I will be doing 2 streams on Friday. Probably both for the other game. Because Friday is Locher day. It is what it is. And then on Saturday, no stream. So my next DDO stream will be this upcoming Sunday. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Come hang out. Come watch me do stupid things with the game that it was clearly intended to do. Meanwhile, the cows will sing us home. A giant cow would be an excellent way to conquer a lactose intolerant nation. Yeah, probably would. So this is just like how Cordovan spawned a dragon in the 12 on Orion 1 anniversary and forgot to despawn them. But I'm going to get out of here. I got to get to class. Even though Corey is generally late anyway, I have to make sure that I'm there on time. You know, it is what it is. Thanks for stopping by, Cordovan. Definitely appreciate it. Please pet your kitty cat for me because she's awesome and deserves all the pets. All right? Be good. And if you can't be good at it. Bye.